March time. March. Platoon. Halt. Left. Face. Recite the cadet creed.
I am an Army Junior ROTC cadet. I will always conduct myself to protect my family, country, school, and the Corps of Cadets. I am loyal and patriotic. I am the future of the United States of America. I do not lie, cheat, or steal. I will always be accountable for my actions and deeds. I will always practice good citizenship and patriotism. I will work hard to improve my mind and strengthen my body. I will seek the mental leadership and stand prepared to uphold the Constitution and make a way of life. May God grant me strength to always live as free.
Open ranks. March. Cadet Catherine, scoot back. Move up 1 inch. Cadet Supreme, scoot back 1 inch. Cadet Grace, scoot up 3 inches. Cadet Fernando, scoot up 3 inches. Cadet Tadish, scoot back 1 inch. Scoot back another inch. Cadet Dominic, scoot back 2 inches. Scoot up 1 inch. Good morning, Sergeant. Cadet First Sergeant Andrea S reporting in from Weston Ranch High School's Cougar Battalion, Unarmed platoon. Ready for inspection, Sergeant.
Inspection granted.
Thank you, Sergeant. Good morning, Sergeant.
Clean.
Good afternoon, Sergeant.
Good afternoon, Sergeant.
Good afternoon, Sergeant. Good afternoon, Sergeant.
First Class Rivera, just here to ask some questions, knowledge base, okay? To see what information have you obtained in JROTC, okay? So the Army has 7 values, correct?
Yes, Sergeant. Good afternoon, Sergeant. Loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage.
Thank you, very good.
Good afternoon, Sergeant.
Good afternoon. If you had to pick one Army value,
Good
to live by,
afternoon,
which one would
Sergeant.
it be?
Integrity, Sergeant.
Why? My integrity. Just curious, in your own words.
Because it's always right. It's always good to do the right thing.
Good afternoon, Sergeant.
Sergeant.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, Sergeant.
Good afternoon. In the Army chain of command, who is the commander-in-chief?
Sergeant, the answer to your question is the Honorable Joseph Biden, Sergeant.
Who's the cadet
Good afternoon,
command
Sergeant.
commander?
Sergeant, the answer to your question is Major General Antonio Munera, Sergeant.
Outstanding, very good. Hello,
Good afternoon, Sergeant.
afternoon, Sergeant. The Army uses abbreviations. Which abbreviation does AI stand for?
Army Instructor Sergeant.
Can you tell me what LET stands for?
Yes, Sergeant.
The answer to your question is Leadership Education Training.
How about FM?
Sergeant, the answer to your question is Field
Good
Medic.
afternoon,
Thank you so
Sergeant.
much. Alright, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sergeant.
The Army has some acronyms and abbreviations. Can you tell me what OCP stands for?
Sergeant, the answer to your question is Operational Camouflage Pattern, Sergeant.
Good, very good.
Good afternoon, Sergeant.
What does JROTC stand for?
Sergeant, the answer to your question is Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, Sergeant.
Okay. The cadet creed has two things that you have to.
Good afternoon, Sergeant.
Sergeant, the answer to your question is Good Citizenship and Patriotism, Sergeant.
Very good. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sergeant.
If you needed to seek information on wearing appearance for your uniform, what Army regulation would you use?
Sergeant, the answer to your question is AR-670-1, Sergeant.
Very good. What color socks should be worn with the ASC?
I don't know.
Sergeant, the answer to your question is black.
Sergeant, very good, outstanding.
Good afternoon, Sergeant.
Good afternoon. What do the stars on the American flag represent?
Sergeant, the answer to your question is the 56.
Very good.
Good afternoon, Sergeant.
Good afternoon. How must the gold star be worn on the male?
Sergeant, the answer to your question is 1/4 inch above the right breast pocket.
Outstanding, outstanding. What are the three styles of Army leadership?
Sergeant,
squad.
the answer to your
Stand
question is
East.
delegating, participating, and directing.
Outstanding. Alright,
Second squad.
good afternoon.
Stand at.
Good
East.
afternoon, Sergeant.
What thinking map is used for comparing and contrasting?
Sergeant, the answer to your question is the double bubble map, Sergeant.
Very nice. Okay. The Army rank structure, which rank comes after sergeant?
Sergeant, the answer to your question is Staff Sergeant.
Okay, very good. The Army has a phonetic alphabet. Can you recite alpha to Mike?
Sergeant,
A to M.
the answer to your question is Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, Golf, Hotel, India, Juliet, Kilo, Lima, Mike.
Thank you. Can you recite N to Z? November to Zulu?
Sorry, the answer to the question is November, Oscar, Papa, Quebec, Tango, Charlie, Uniform, Victor, Yankee, X-ray, Yankee, Zulu.
Okay, thank you so much. The Army has a chain of command. Can you tell me who the CSM for the cadets is? For the cadet command is?
Sergeant, the answer to your question is CSM Raymond Harris, Sergeant.
Okay. Who's the cadet command sergeant major? Say.
First Sergeant, the answer of the question is CSM,
CSM who? Who's the name?
CSM who I am.
Very good. Who's the secretary of the army?
Sergeant, your answer of the question is the Honorable Lawyer Austin.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Lawyer Austin.
Is the secretary of the army or the secretary of defense? Very good. Secretary of defense, that's correct. Okay. There are 7 army values. If you had to pick just one army value to live by, which one would you pick? And why?
Sergeant, the answer to your question is personal courage because it is important to live life and always be confident in your actions.
Right, very good, outstanding.
Third squad. Stand at. East. Platoon. Attention. Good afternoon, Sergeant. Cadet First Sergeant Andrea S reporting out from Weston Ranch High School, Cougar Battalion's Unarmed platoon. We have completed unarmed inspection.
Permission granted.
Thank you, Sergeant. right, face. Fall from the right, palm right. March.
Good job.
And taking the first place trophy in unarmed inspection, Weston Ranch.
What? I don't know the definition. Yeah, I mean,
Did you order?
yeah, she did.
You ordered?
Yeah.
And you didn't get the food? Go get the food, Molly.
She gave Lucy the ticket.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, they're gonna hold it for me.